One of the biggest mistakes that English learners and some English teachers make is how they approach pronunciation. A lot of people tend to think of pronunciation as some sort of extraneous thing, maybe a small detail that they'll point out in the beginning, and hope that as learners continue through their learning journey, they will just pick it up somewhat naturally. And for some people that is true. Some people do have a very good ear for that sort of thing. These are the same people who could listen to an accent in a movie and be able to recreate it pretty easily. Some people can do that, but not everyone. In fact, I think it's very important to spend a good amount of time on pronunciation. Maybe that's even the first lesson. It can be taught pretty quickly and pretty thoroughly, but it's not this call and response repetition method. It really involves being conscious and focusing on what the mouth and the voice, when appropriate, what the mouth and face are doing in order to create these sounds. It's not easy, but it's also not that hard. Something to think about. Did you know there are 4 parts of the body that are primarily involved with making sounds, particularly with making sounds of speech? What do you think those 4 are? The 4 parts of the body that are most involved in making sounds of speech, 2 of them are pretty obvious. Most people think of the mouth and the tongue. People do tend to think of those. Sometimes we forget that the voice is involved, maybe because you think it's just obvious. Of course it's involved, but the voice is definitely one of those. The 4th one is the one that people don't think about very often, and it's the jaw. It's the difference between E, A, Ah. The way that I teach pronunciation is 100% informed by an educator named Adrian Underhill. He is with the British Council, I believe. He also is associated with Macmillan and a few other big name things. He's very good at what he does. What he did a few decades back was look at the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet, and he rearranged some of the sounds in this chart that has a flow to it, so that you can begin with one sound and only change one piece of your mouth, your face, your body, to then alter into another sound. This is most applicable in the vowel section, where it's always going to be voice, so you're really just focusing on lips, tongue, and jaw. But he does also have a section for consonants as well, and how we can begin with one simple consonant and then change it slightly to become a very different one. And by doing that, you really are focusing on how the sounds are made, not just what they sound like. It's really interesting. Definitely look it up.